For Margie, this is of course well-deserved recognition. She's somebody that I think is dear to everybody in this room in various capacities. And those capacities, as the Consul General has talked about, her professional work, for at least for many of us here in the Boston area, began with WGBH, as he's talked about. Many of her friends I know are here today. She has, as the Consul General pointed out, been on the boards and served many organizations, many of which are listed there. And I must say personally, she's even been on the boards of two organizations that I had. One is the Nisei Student Relocation Commemorative Fund, and she answered the call. This is part of what Margie is she answers the call. And secondly, I was on the Community Advisory Board of the Institute for Asian American Studies at UMass Boston, which I direct, and the many other boards. And let me also say that another capacity that Margie has demonstrated is that of educator. As the Consul General has talked about, many people have seen her video presentation about her life and her family's life, and it really isn't, and I know Margie, it isn't really to elevate you and your life. It's using your life to teach us all about the Japanese American experience here in the United States. She's the consummate educator.
It's so hard to know where to begin. Thank you, Consul General Michi and Mrs. Michi, for giving me this opportunity to honor. My first reaction was, you sure you got the right person? There's a lot of people out there who've done so much more than I have, who probably deserve it more. But then after I spoke with your office a little more, I thought, well, hey, it might not be so bad to take it. But the reason you're all here is because you all mean a lot to me. And I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for all of you. I'm going to mention each one of you, but I'm going to go not in your age, in order of your age, but according to how long I've known you. Jean and Barbara. Jean, I met you the first year I got married. And Barbara a little later. And you've been good friends, travel companions, and always there for us when we needed you. And I thank you for that.
We love you.
Paul and Gloria. Paul, you were one of the first Japanese Americans I met, especially through Oshogatsu, the community Oshogatsu. And it was always great to see you there, and then we got to know you more, and you became a friend. And that's always been important to me, because I always go to Paul when I have a question about something Japanese, Japanese American, or to do with education. And that's been my fallback all the time. So thank you both.
Thank you.
Now let's see, who was next? I think Karen and Tony and Perry I met through GBH. And you have become our dim sum buddies. And you guys are always there for Mark and me, and it means a lot. And it's always great to know we can call on you when we need something. Hugh Chun. When I worked at WGBH and Hugh Chun was there, we would always go off for lunch together and sit and laugh about all the stupidity of what was happening at the station, and it was so great to have you. And I have to just share with you, I had to go see my physician about my hip replacement, and Hugh Chun was the first person I called and asked if she was free on Wednesday and if she could go with me. And she immediately, without even thinking, said yes. So that meant a lot. Now, there's two couples left, I believe. The Shabakovs, Philip and Alice, and Hubie and Kathy. You're new friends. Just in the last, what is it, 7 years, 8 years, or 15 years? What am I saying? No, it was 2000, yeah. In the last 17 years. And you've become so dear. And you are the people we always get to see in the summer and go to Tanglewood together. And it's been like, oh, I can't explain it. Hubie, you're like a mentor to me. Whenever I had problems at work, I always went to you. Kathy, when I was in the throes of trying to write the family history, you're the one who bucked me up and told me, go do it. Philip and Alice, you two are just such great friends. And we love the fact, well, we wish you had moved closer to us when you did decide to downsize, but that's okay, we're still going to see you and continue seeing you forever. So you see, for Mark and me, all of you have had a real impact on our lives. And I don't know if I've gotten to tell all of you, Mark's doing okay. It'll take a long time for him to get back to the way he was before. I think at least a year to be back from his back surgery. But we think within 6 weeks to 2 months, he'll be probably driving again and will be okay. But it's just a long haul. It was a very serious surgery, and he'll be well again. But it's hard. So I thank you for all your support during this time, because all of you have reached out to me during this period, and it means a lot. So this award is not for me, but it's for all of us, because you've made me who I am, all of you. And I'm just grateful to the Consul General for allowing me to invite 12 of my closest friends to come and help me celebrate. So thank you, all of you.
We are so grateful tonight to be part of your great friendship. And tonight, thank you very much for accepting this recommendation, and thanking for what you have done for so many years. I'd like to propose a toast for the health and all the goodness, and for the friendship, everlasting friendship among ourselves. Kanpai.
After all is said and done, there is